What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and take a look at this. Just coming out today with a potential recession hanging over the country. More states issue stimulus checks. Is yours one of them? Now, that's on a state level, and as you know, I'm keeping you up to date on that. I've got a comprehensive list at www.reliefroadmap.com. However, the majority of people in the nation want to know about federal level stimulus checks. Fourth federal level stimulus checks of $2,000, Social Security increases, child tax credits, all of these promised provisions unfulfilled that are supposed to go out to everybody in the nation. Well, you guys, midterm elections are upon us. We're hearing that President Joe Biden is getting more aggressive with his messaging and his agenda, and more executive actions are rolling out. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, as I mentioned, that's happening for states. That just came out today. But we're looking to see what's going to be happening on a federal level. And take a look. The president has gotten more aggressive, you guys. Biden signs executive orders kickstarting the implementation of the sweeping U.S. chips manufacturing laws. So pushing that forward with executive actions. And in addition to that, as you know, Biden to cancel $10,000 in student loan debt. Low-income students are eligible for more. We're hearing as much as $20,000. Now, these executive actions went out. We're hearing they might be challenged, that it might be deemed unlawful for the president to do so. But wait till you see the video footage I've got where people are saying they don't care. Just seeing the president issuing these executive orders, even if they're deemed unlawful and overturned, the fact that he's starting to make strides to try to fulfill those promises that were made about stimulus provisions, while they're boosting the approval. We're hearing that the red wave is becoming just a red trickle, and that Democrats, they're probably going to be taking these midterm elections if they keep on this route. Now, let me know your thoughts, you guys. Now, what if the president issued out executive orders for fourth federal level checks? What do you think that would do to his approval? We're hearing it would likely skyrocket it. And a lot of people are wondering, they're anticipating if that is going to be coming during these midterm elections. Now, we will see if that is pulled out here at the last minute, you guys. If it was ever going to come out, probably would be midterm elections or promises for it afterward. As we've heard from Pramila Jayapal, we've heard that if they maintain control, more provisions will come in a 2023 reconciliation bill. That's right, reconciliation will become available once again with the new fiscal year. Now, we will see, you guys. I'll keep you up to date on that, and I'll let you know the price of those checks. That people are wondering, can we afford it right now with inflation? Well, you guys, take a look at this. I just found this the other day from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, Pandemic Spending Tracker. And you can see legislative actions, what has come out from previous stimulus packages. There was a total of roughly $6 trillion that went out, and we're hearing the rumors are still true today that there is still in excess of roughly $800, maybe $700 billion just sitting there of unspent funds, just sitting there. Money that was supposed to go out to help people, allocated for different items, just sitting in the coffers, untouched, unused. And we're hearing that the president does have the legal authority, the power to reallocate, repurpose, and reissue existing sitting funds. He can't issue out new ones. Congress holds the power of the purse, but he can redistribute and send it out, like we saw with former President Donald Trump, who reissued FEMA funds that were existing to provide federal unemployment enhancements and extensions through the LWA program. So it has been done. It can be done. We will see, you guys. They could be waiting for just the right time. Now, I will keep you up to date on that, but we have confirmed the amount of excess funds on a federal level and for states, which are going to be rolling that out here as well. And if you missed my video on it, check it out where I give you some details about the extent of the excess funds that are available, you guys. And I'm tracking all of this, as you know, and that is why we're seeing, as we saw in that first article, all these state stimulus checks, county checks, city checks rolling out, universal basic income programs, because of all the excess funds. And if you want to stay up to date on these, because some of them, as soon as they pop up, you got to apply. And sometimes applications fill up right away. Now, in some cases, people have no idea they even exist. Well, I'm going to keep you in the know of everything. All you got to do is add your email at www.reliefroadmap.com. You're going to have access to everything just at a simple touch. You're going to be able to get the resources for the websites, phone numbers, applications, their forms, eligibility, income, all on your phone, your tablet, your computer, www.reliefroadmap.com. coming here very soon. Keep an eye out for that. Hoping to get it out in maybe the next 24 or 48 hours. Finalizing things with the website to make it user-friendly for everybody. So again, if you haven't already, add your email, www.reliefroadmap.com. As soon as I have it ready, you will be notified right away. That entire page will shift from the email page to the actual portal website thing. You guys, I'm not tech savvy, but I'm going to get it ready for you here very soon. But with that being said, you guys, let's dive into some video footage that I've got coming out as they're talking about how President Biden's getting more aggressive, and we're hearing that it is working, that the executive orders, the stimulus, the showing of activity, it's working for Democrats and Biden. We will see. Let's take a look at this video footage. Now, before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button very quickly if you haven't already. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. I'll keep you up to speed on everything going on. I cite all the sources so you can read them for yourself. I put them on the screen. I tell you what date it is. I read right from them so you know it's the latest. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to stay up to date on everything. If you got any specific questions for me, hop onto Instagram and shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Don't fall for the scammers here on YouTube. They screenshot my picture and they say, contact me at this phone number on WhatsApp. And then they try to sell you some Bitcoin scheme or tell you they're going to wipe out your debt or something. You guys, that's not me. Steve Ram 3, best way to get a hold of me directly. And I've also got a second channel, Steve Ram Finance. Haven't put any content out on it recently, but there will be more coming about building businesses, real estate, stocks, dealing with the recession, the housing market, so that way you can stay up to date on everything. But with that being said, you guys, let's dive into this video footage. Take a look at what they're saying is happening with the midterms and Biden's agenda, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.
With just over 2 months until November's midterm elections, a new survey shows a major momentum shift for Democrats. Just crossing this morning, the latest Wall Street Journal poll shows 47% of registered voters say if the election were held today, they would vote for the Democratic candidate. That's compared to 44% who would vote Republican. A big swing from March when Republicans held a 5-point lead over Democrats. A big part of that shift comes from a change among independent voters who now favor Democratic candidates by 3%. Back in March, that lead was 12% for Republicans, a 15% swing since just March. And when asked about a potential rematch between Donald Trump and Joe Biden in 2024, voters say they prefer the current president, 50% to 44%. In March, the two were tied, Joe. Also in this poll, Joe Biden's approval number is up to 45%. This is a new Wall Street Journal poll that just crossed this morning.
Yeah, and there are a lot of different reasons, I suppose, this is happening. You can look at the January 6th hearings, but on top of that, though, you just have to keep going back to the fact that Roe was overturned.
Yeah.
There's a half-century guarantee of privacy rights for women, where women would make decisions about their bodies, about their pregnancy, about their lives. Now you have state legislators, old men in state legislatures who are making those decisions for the most part. And we Americans don't do well with having a right to privacy taken away after a half century. That has to be a big part of it. We've talked about the extremism on guns. We've talked about the extremism on violent rhetoric. You're going to look at Lindsey Graham talking about Republican riots, that Republicans are going to riot in the streets if they don't get their way. If the law is applied to Donald Trump also, of course, pushing that narrative as well. And also, I say this at the end because I'm going to go back to what Ben Shapiro said earlier this week when he said Republicans should move away from Donald Trump. These days, there's negative partisanship. People don't vote, for the most part, for legislation that is passed. They vote against a candidate. They vote against the party. And right now, Mika, it's you're looking at a lot of independents who have shifted dramatically. I'm sure you're looking at a lot of suburban voters. Younger voters in this poll have moved very quickly. I will say in that case, there's no doubt, there's no denying this. John Della Volpe has said this, and I think the numbers back it up. Actually, the student loan forgiveness, I think that has helped Joe Biden an awful lot with younger voters, where he had just been getting absolutely hammered. So whether you think that's a good idea or not, for Joe Biden and the Democrats, politically a very good idea. But again, long way to go. But if these numbers hold over the next couple of months, then it's less likely that you're going to have that massive red wave that we were all expecting 6 months ago and that the Republicans should be enjoying.
Yeah. And the women, the votes of women, I think will absolutely resonate in the midterms across the board.
So there you have it, you guys. Now let me know your thoughts. This is very interesting because historically what we have seen is that when a president's approval is really poor, that party that's in control, if they're in control, will likely do really bad in the midterm elections. But we're hearing that might not be the case because President Joe Biden right now during midterms is getting aggressive, doing executive orders and providing some additional stimulus. And we will see if he does more of this, it could turn the tables on historically what has happened. And we're hearing that Democrats might actually maintain control. And we actually heard this vocalized from one of the leaders in the Republican Party, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, who said, yeah, I see their plan and I think it's probably gonna work. Stimulus will win in these midterm elections. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Now, we will see. And like I said, whatever unfolds, I will keep you up to date every step of the way. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining the second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And also, if you haven't already, add your email, www.reliefroadmap.com, to get access to every single stimulus check across the nation on every level, states, cities, counties. I'll let you know about everything so you don't miss out on anything. But with that being said, you guys, once again, thank you so much for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.